right, guys, want a clean game? This is brick crew versus pave crew. Let's go. Now, if you guys want to see how we got to this point in the job, you gotta watch this. Good morning. Check this out. This is day 3 of this project. Usually I would start off the video, of course, on day 1, but this is day 3 here, and this is what we are playing with. So this is a super cool job. We actually were here last year doing this project. So we interlocked the front of the house last year, paved the driveway, put in a drain. I'll actually put a video or a link right here if I can. I'm not sure if I can, but if I can, right here somewhere, or maybe here or something, who knows. But if I can put a little link to that video or show you what I mean, that video will be right here. And then what we're gonna do on this job here is we excavated this area out last year. We dug all the base, put the clear stone in here and let this sit all year because we didn't have time to add this to the project last year. The client said, hey, can you put us a fire pit in back here? We didn't have time, so we made it for a project for this season. So this is where we're at. This is day 3. I have time-lapse footage of how we got to this point, which you're gonna see here in a second. But where we're at right now, guys, is we put in this beautiful patio. There is seating walls around here, so we basically built a bench. There's a spot for your feet at the bottom. There's wood holders on the side. There's lights everywhere. I will explain this more in detail at the end of the project, but this is kind of where we're at right now. We're gonna build the fire pit today, finish off the ends, put another row on the top. So there's still lots going on here. Let's take a walk though up to the top here. This is the driveway, of course, we paved last year. So we're also gonna be putting in a walkway here. So it's a walkway going from here up to this pad. So what we did was on day 1, we disassembled. There were steps here and steps on the far end. We took those off, we jackhammered off the steps, and there was this material here that's like a flagstone. It was mortared to the concrete here. So what we did is we had the guys up here, and basically they jackhammered all of this out. So there was about an inch of mortar, and then the flagstones were around an inch to an inch and a half. So they jackhammered all that stuff off. We got all the area cleaned down to the original concrete, and then from there we're going to basically be able to add some premium bedding layer and build up and then put a patio in here. And kind of the cool thing with this job is usually stuff like this where we're standing, we would have built those perimeter walls out of interlock, backfilled this with clear stone, put geogrid in, and then put all the interlock inlay on top. But kind of unique for us is we're leaving all these perimeter walls. So the cool thing about these walls is that they're the same brick as the house. So I think it's kind of unique. For one, they're solid, so the structure here is all good. The concrete's still solid, the walls are solid, it's all rebarred in, so it's very strong for us to build on this. And it's going to look, I think, very unique how we're going to have to tie in the landings, the steps, the walls up to here, inlay all this with brick, make new steps here, new steps there, and then inlays on top. So it's going to be kind of fun basically tying in some existing walls and material with our new material. And of course it makes a challenge having to kind of make those two clash together but still look seamless and look nice. So that's where we're at, guys. This is the project. It's super exciting to be back here doing this, and it's a really fun job. It's looking great. The guys are doing amazing. So let's hammer down. You guys can get caught up to speed right now on the time lapse, and then we'll see you guys at the end. Let's go do it.
On your mark. Get set. Go. Oh, he just went. He got him!
All I had to do is cut in front.
I got right to the bottom of the fucking just.
You know what? Honestly, right when I hit that hill, my legs, I was like, oh no! Oh! God, that boy can run.
Yeah.
Yep. I already planned ahead.
Remember, no swearing.
Let's watch your toe, brother. Watch your toe.
No, toes weren't built in Rome. Oh, come on to it, square.
Talk to each other, boys.
Up. Yeah, up. No. Yep. No way in hell. Why? No way in hell. It needs a hairline. Oh. You take blame.
Liam cut. MJ cut that one.
Yeah, okay. If MJ would cut it, that would have been perfect.
There'd be a hairline gap.
Just would have been 3 inches.
You know what?
Big Red's right here. It's behind you.
If you crack this one, oh boy.
You crack that one, you
Report his butt cheeks. So
This is a precise cut.
Somebody grab his cheeks for leverage.
That's
It's okay. We can fix it.
We can fix anything.
He can stare.
Just saying this.
What the heck?
This is a good technique to get the blocks in.
Landed in!
Liam, nice cut! Right now, MJ's baffled in his brain.
I still could have got it.
Hey guys, today we're just filling in the rest of this pad. These are called valets. We're putting these black lights in them to surround the fire pit. They're going to be going around the perimeter and stuff like that, and they're going to look really nice when we're done. You just tap them in like this. You have your wire here, and we're going to connect it to the wire underneath the pad, which will give it power, and that'll be it.
All right, guys, so now that you're up to speed as to how that got where it is now, let's talk about where we're going. And where we're going is we're basically building this section up here today. So what we have going on here is we already excavated this out last year. So we're gonna be making essentially a walkway from the existing asphalt up to the patio that we removed all the concrete and mortar on. So this will be interlock walkway going on here. There'll be knee walls on both sides. There'll be steps and landings put in here. And it's the same on the far side, just a little bit smaller, but there will be steps and landings also over there. So the idea today is to get all this basically regraded, packed. We have to widen some sections up, get the steps built, landings built, get all that stuff done. And then what we want to do is get up here, smooth off any more of this concrete that needs to be addressed. So that's one thing we got to do. Then we have to pour right here. So I'll just show you up here. We have to just basically level this out and pour concrete there so we can build our new steps on top of the existing pad, but it's just not level and it's a little bit messed up. So we have to kind of just level that out so we can build on top of that. And then same thing over here. We're gonna build some landings and some steps and get ready. So our brick height will be roughly somewhere around here. And the idea today is to have the steps and landings on the outside built up to brick height, get this rectified, leveled out so we can build steps on this. There will be also steps built over here behind me as well. And then get everything to a point where we can start grading this and laying brick inside of the patio, the upper patio here tomorrow. So that's kind of what we're tackling today. The cool part about this part of the project that I like a lot is that we're leaving these outside walls, because they're in good shape, intact. So they're actually the same brick that the house is made from. So it's kind of cool to have the house brick over there and also over here. And our kind of job here is to bridge the gap in between, which is kind of unique. So kind of we're going to modernize up the middle of this pad while leaving the outside wall and making a connecting path from the beautiful fire pit area we just made down there up to here. So that's kind of what we're up to, guys. Let's get after it. Let's have some fun, and let's keep this beautiful project moving forward. So let's get into it. guys, update time for you. It's Monday afternoon. It's about 2:30, and we're still working on this beautiful fire pit patio, upper patio project. We are cruising along. This is day 6. Last week we worked a full week, but we had one rain day and we worked Saturday, so 6 days in today. The guys have the upper pad almost complete, almost all the wiring done, all the inlights done. This upper pad too has the larger size ones and the smaller size ones. I'm not sure if I mentioned that yet or not. So here we have a landing and a step here. There's 2 steps up to the door, 2 steps there. And we have the same things we did down below. We have that hexa tricolor going on. So here goes all the gem inlights, see all the wiring going around here. Will's working up here right now on the step or landing at the back door to the kitchen. We have a window well in, and the guys are over here digging out this walkway. So there's a walkway that goes here to the asphalt that we paved last year. And then when it connects up to the asphalt, we'll jump down here and show you guys. We have a little surprise that we're gonna add to the job. We were having lunch today, sitting down by the water, and we said, you know what? It would be so cool. I've seen this before actually done, so it's not one of the first ones to do this, but I've seen before kind of the shape of a basketball court cut in with interlock. Again, I've seen it before online. So right here, check this out. Right here, they have a basketball area painted out, and so we asked the client. We said, listen, what would you think if we basically connected this section with that section as far as overall design, shape, and material? So what we're gonna do is do a really cool interlock basketball court here for your 3-point shots and foul shots and whatever. I'm not a basketball guy, but anyways, I will play basketball on this court though, because it's gonna be wicked. So we are adding this to the job, guys, now. So this is super, super cool. Remember, a perimeter of brick around the outside with the inlight, hexes in the middle, and it's gonna be awesome. So we have a game plan for that, but right now, again, that's kind of an update where we're at right now. The guys are digging out this walkway. There's gonna be, I think, 5 steps in here. So I think it's 2 landings, 3 steps going in here with walls on the side till we reach about this point. Walkway from here going to the asphalt again. And then today, possibly, and if not tomorrow, we'll get this going and started and start working on the basketball section. And then I think we're also gonna do a little bit of soiling, sodding, and then wrap up this job. So anyways, that's kind of something that's super special that we're gonna put on this project now. So I'm so pumped to put in this basketball section. But that's kind of an update for you guys. I have most of this job, if not all of it, time lapse. This is gonna be a huge time lapse project, but let's get back into it and keep hammering this down. So it's looking wicked. Alright guys, good morning. We are day 8 on this beautiful project. We added a super cool accent to this job yesterday, so a quick kind of overview of what we did yesterday was we had a team over here building some steps. So I'll show you the steps here. There's 5 steps going up this upper landing, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps there. We're putting in a walkway this morning right here. We did this really cool basketball court accent. So this is what we kind of put in yesterday and attach it to our back pad. We are taking out some stones here and replacing some of these stones because they're discolored. There's efflorescence, which is this white staining, so that's getting changed out. So that'll be fixed this afternoon. But we have basically, we cut a 3-point line into the asphalt. That's a regulation foul line there. Everywhere you see bricks missing right now will be inlights, so this will be all lit up at nighttime as well to match the rest of the job. We extended this pad, so over here basically to, when we put in this section, we want to make sure that this line right here goes straight through. So what we did was we extended this fire pit area about 3.5 feet over so that this line here will end at the same point. Otherwise it would have been back here somewhere. So we want to make sure this tied in and look kind of seamless when you're walking down the driveway. We want it to look proper. So the game plan today, get all these final kind of details in. We're at the kind of point now of the job where we're doing some finishing details, cuts, fixing some grades and some stuff. We have one last walkway to put in, and that's going to be it for the major part of the brickwork. So the plan today basically is finish up this pad, which Mark almost has done now. Will's making cuts and doing touch-ups here. Caden's doing all the inlights in here. I'm gonna go help the guys put that walkway in up there and the landings, and then all the brickwork will be done. And then after that, what we want to do is hopefully get things sanded today, come back tomorrow, bring in a bunch of sod, soil, not sod, sorry, just soil. The sod will be coming in, but not tomorrow. So bring in some soil, grade things, clean up the road, take out the pallets. There's a lot of cleanup here that we still have to kind of take place. We're still waiting for the fire pit insert to be built. And besides that, things are moving along nice. So that's kind of an update for you guys, where we're at, where we want to be. So let's keep hammering down and back to that time lapse because this is looking super wicked. So let's finish this off and keep pressing forward. Alright guys, here we are. We're back at it. Day 9 on the project. This is our last day here on the job. All the interlock now is fully complete. Basically last day here, like most interlock projects or big projects, it's all the finishing details of stuff. So we have lots of moving parts happening this morning. So we have obviously everything getting sanded. So the basketball area is getting sanded, the fire pit, the walkway, the upper pad, everything gets polymeric sand. We have, this is I think our 3rd load of soil we've spread. So all the areas in here that we basically messed up during the construction process are being re-soiled right now and sodded. So we're working on that right now. Noah over here is stripping out this area and putting some mulch from behind the back of the bench seat all the way up to right about here. And then Caden, I think, was finishing up some last electrical lighting. I think we were shy about 4 or 5 lights to finish up this area. So the last lighting's going in, and we're doing some plumbing. They had a pipe in the ground, I think for their, I don't know what it is, a pump in the house or something like that. So we had to fix that, extend that pipe out for them, and then that's it. So anyways, time to do the finishing details, finish off this job. It's looking absolutely incredible. We're still waiting on the fire pit insert. It'll be, I think, done by next week. But other than that, everything's going nice, looking really good. And again, let's get this thing finished off and let's hammer down.
Oh, I was sick. Blew the bag open. What's over the line? We'll pass the left now. Holy shit, Kate, wait, careful, we're gonna need too much fucking sand here now. Yeah, you're That's on.
I was standing though when I launched.
Yeah, you stopped. There's no point in doing the spin though.
Alright boys, watch this granny shot shit.
No!
Come on, don't
Case the fucking
Don't fucking
Oh, they got it.
Get it past me.
Oh, that was good, yeah.
He bigger than that. He was like, hey, you ain't holding me up this time, boys. I'll surpass yous.
Yeah, you can.
Brad.
You can dribble.
Oh, Brad was going. Alley-oop, Brad, come on.
Oh, I'm gonna shit.
All right, guys, check that out. There is your basketball court lit up. 3-point line, free throw line. Check this out, guys. So this is the project. It's a wrap. We're done. Took us 9 days to finish everything up. Let's do a quick walkthrough here and then call it a day here. But let's get into it. So fire pit area, guys, as you guys know, this is the patio. There's tricolor hexa mixture. There's a black valet border on the outside, inlights all around the pad. We have a fire pit. We're still waiting on the insert for the fire pit. Bench seat all the way around, kind of a footrest if you want to call it, or a footstool at the bottom ledger there. We have firewood holders on both sides. So this holds about 1.25 cords of wood, and there's lights inside of the firewood holder. So that's pretty darn cool. That has that. Check that out. And then up here, obviously we have our basketball court over here. And then we have a walking path to the upper pad. So there's inlights up the sides of the walking path. We have a landing here, 4 steps coming up, lights in the steps. And then the cool part about the upper pad here is we have 2 different size inlights. So we have these larger ones, which are here, and smaller ones, which are here. And the cool effect that they give is a star effect, which is kind of what we're trying to emulate here. This is called inlight star lighting. There's landings and steps that we built as well. They all have the lights in there also, but this is basically the end result, guys, what we have to work with here. So this is it. We are all done and it looks incredible. So once again, great job to the team, guys. This job turned out super wicked. It's just stunning to see. And of course, the coolest thing about doing landscaping with something this unique, this cool, is you come back at nighttime and it just looks 10 times cooler. So the lights definitely make it. The boys are here with me admiring the job, and I'm out of here. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.